Hello tutors, this is just a quick tutorial for how to enter your timesheets. So on the last day of the month, what you want to do is log into your dashboard, go on to confirm placements on the left hand menu. From there you'll see a list of all your students. Click on the green button that says view for the student you want to enter dates for, and then scroll down to the bottom and you'll see the calendar. Now you're going to click on whatever date you want to enter the lesson for, and here you'll see you can enter the subject, the level, the medium type, whether it's face-to-face or Skype. You can also enter the date you did the lesson and the time using the drop-down box there and clicking the green button that says apply, and then also the end time using the drop-down box again and clicking apply. You can also set it to recurring if you've got regular weekly lessons, but once you're done, click the green button that says save event. And that should be everything. So just make sure to get those lessons into the calendar on the last day of the month. Okay, so when you wake up in the morning on the 1st, you will have received this email saying that a timesheet is now ready to be reviewed and that you need to log into your OSIS account to do so. So if you log in, you'll see on the left-hand menu that it says timesheets, and just below that it says new. If you click that, you'll see the list of all the students you've had timesheets generated for. Click the student that you want to check and submit the timesheet for. Here you can edit the duration, you can put your expenses in, the travel expenses if you've got a postcode that is charged for. You can click the red delete button to remove any lessons. If you want to add a lesson, at the top there, you can click the drop-down box. You can enter in your expenses. It's important to note that you have to enter it in pounds and pence, as that's the only way that the system tends to recognise it. And scroll down, put in any other information that you need to do. Again, the medium type, whether it's face-to-face, Skype, or marking and emailing. And when you're done, you click the red button that says add new entry, and then the lesson will appear on the timesheet itself. And once you double check that everything's okay and it looks fine, click the green button that says submit timesheet. And if you want to double check that the timesheet has been submitted, you can go to the left hand menu and click submitted, and you'll see that it appears in that folder with the yellow bar that says submitted. Okay, a couple of things to note at this point. Once you've submitted your timesheets, you can no longer edit the calendar. The only way you can edit lessons is by using the timesheet itself, using the add or remove lesson functions. So that's why it's really important to make sure you get the dates into the calendar the night before timesheets get generated. And if you're doing lessons via Skype, just make sure that it says not applicable in the drop-down box for the travel expenses, as it sometimes does put a charge on there. So just double check that before you submit your timesheet. You don't actually see the totals for the travel charges from your end, you'll just see the postcode. But if you put the right postcode in and click submit, we do see it at our end, so don't worry, it is on there. And also, if you're doing out of London tuition, again, this will have been applied when the placement was set up, so don't worry if you can't see the charge from your end, it will be applied when it gets to our end. And finally, if you've got any lessons that the client cancelled with less than 48 hours notice, just make sure to click the little box that says cancelled within 48 hours so that they get charged. Okay, once you've submitted your timesheets, I'll then generate an invoice and send it to the client. So if you go back into your OSIS and click payments on the left-hand menu, you'll see this screen where you can see when a payment has been made. Most clients tend to pay within the month, some pay straight away. It does tend to vary from client to client, but what we do is we chase clients every 7 days after the date the invoice was issued. So if you haven't received your payment yet, don't panic. We are always working away behind the scenes to make sure that you get that payment as soon as possible. But obviously, if it's been a really long time, you can always contact Matche for an update. Okay, and that's everything. So I hope that's been useful for you. And of course, if you've got any other questions, feel free to email me at daniel@octuition.co.uk. All right, best of luck.